Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking with you about how to write your summaries of your articles, regardless of which class you're in, 111, 112, 002, whatever. Um, we have some things to practice. One of those things is summaries because summarizing is something we do all the time in our regular day-to-day lives and especially in academia. We have um, anytime you're asked, okay, so what did you learn from X? It's a summary. Anytime you're writing notes on a lecture, that's a summary. Anytime you're, in this case, asked for an assignment where you're supposed to go through and write a summary of your article, usually this is for your own use, but to make sure that everybody is, basically doing what they're supposed to do. Part of my reasoning for making you write summaries is so that you can see basically what you understand about the articles. And I can see that you understand the articles. Um, Obviously, I don't have time to go through and read all of your 20 articles piece or whatever it is for the semester, times however many there are of you. This semester, I think it's 120. So that's a lot of reading. And I like to read, but you know, anyway, summaries of the articles, especially for your research articles. What are you supposed to do? Okay, that's always the question. What am I supposed to do? Well, first of all, you're supposed to read and annotate the article. Use that on writing critically that we use for all kinds of things, for taking notes and all kinds of things, if you don't have your own system yet. Um, Read, annotate. Annotate just means mark it up. Okay, you're going to circle some things, you're going to underline some things, you're going to make things different colors, whatever works for you, um, to really get into and understand the article. And then put it aside, and without looking at the article at all, write until you're done. Usually it takes, it depends on how long your article is. Um, Most of your articles are going to be, anywhere from 6 to 20 pages. So it just depends upon how long the article is. But write down what you would say to your friend who has the same topic or whatever. Anyway, you're explaining the article. Please don't do stuff like, in this article, they talk about X and Y and Z. No, no, no. Just here's the deal. X happens, Y happens, Z happens. Okay. Think about it, if it helps, as a fairy tale. Okay. You're telling me once upon a time, here's what happened, and then, and then, and then, and then, and then the end. So you're trying really hard to make sure that I can understand your article without having to read it. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to write a 5-page paper because there's all these things. It's the what we used to call the cliff notes, okay, the spark notes. It's not the whole thing, but it is enough that I can follow along, basically. So without looking at the article, tell it. Think about what we need to know if we haven't read it. Get to the end and take a breath. Maybe go get a cup of tea. And then go back through what you wrote with the article right next to you and make sure that it's correct. Okay, so check and correct the order of the points. Remember, it has to be the same order as your original. Check your tone. Um, Tone is your attitude towards your audience, but it's also your attitude towards the article itself. If you don't like it or if you think it's kind of silly, it's going to come across in your tone. Check that. Make sure that your tone for this particular assignment matches the tone of the article. And then also make sure that you're making the same connections and conclusions that they have in the article. Okay, normal summary rules. And we have a whole PowerPoint and all that kind of stuff for summarizing. So if you're a little rusty on that, go back and look at that. Make sure, again, order, tone, connections, and conclusions all match the original. Okay. Um, if you should find any what I call editorializing, um, remove that, rework your sentence. There should not be any um, evaluation or critique. It's just the facts. It's not time for you to do the evaluation or your opinion or anything yet. The summary is just that. It's just the article, okay, kind of shrunk down. Make sure you go back and edit for clarity and correctness. Read it out loud. And again, that just helps our brains to not fill in as many blanks for us as it does when we read silently. Um, for the assignment, for the summaries of your articles, make sure that you put your citation at the end, whether you're doing MLA for English 002 or 111, or whether you're doing APA for English 112. You need to make sure that you have that correct citation on its own page with its own title, kind of stuff, like normal. So hopefully that helps kind of clear up some of the misconceptions about what these research journals are, the summaries of your articles are. This is not your paper, although once you have good summaries, it's a good idea. You can lift from that for some of your work. Just make sure that you're using your citations correctly if it's a paraphrase or if it's a quotation. Again, go back and look at those things that we've already done. Um, the summaries are very important. They may not be worth a lot of points, but they will really help you to solidify in your head what your articles are about, what you can glean from them, and what you can use in your papers. So I hope this is helpful. And if you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me.